Did you share it out?
Hello. I don't. Let me share this out, guys. I don't remember. I don't think I did. I don't think I did, and I don't even know what I'm doing. My channel. Let's.
I want to paint some more palm trees.
Um. Okay. I shared it.
Then share
Anyhow,
it
yeah. So I'm gonna paint these, and then I'll do a giveaway if people show up. If not, they're lost. Which ones do I want to do first? And what colors should I do? I think I'll do the fall ones first, and then I'll work on the other ones.
Hi, Pam. Pam came to see us.
Hi, Pam.
Woohoo! You're the
I'm
you're
working.
the best, Pam. You're the bestest.
I'm gonna paint some of these, these wood cutouts that we all buy at Dollar Tree and we don't never do anything with.
You just collect them.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on painting some of those. Okay. And then I'll do a giveaway soon. You might just get the giveaway, Pam.
Well,
Nobody
I
shows
think that's a good idea. Just go ahead and let her be the first winner.
up. Oh,
She's definitely the faithful.
let's see. I'm
There's
gonna do one.
Jackie.
Hey, Jassy. I'm gonna do one of these pumpkins blue because my stuff is blue now out there. Might look ugly, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll do it blue and gold. Oops. I know you won last time. Hmm, let's see. Orange. Y'all, I've collected so many little packs of these little suckers. It's insane. Stitch It Pam's crocheting and streaming 3 channels.
You are multitasking.
No kidding. See, I would be messed up and type the wrong crap on the channel.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did that earlier
Yeah,
today.
please clean that out.
It was to Jassy. It was supposed to be to you. And I sent the picture to Jassy, and she goes, "Is this for me or for someone else?" Someone else.
Hmm, I've done that before.
It happens to the best of us.
Yep, it does. It does. think I'm gonna do this leaf. So yeah, over time I have collected so many of these leaves and I don't know, all these crazy wood things and they just been sitting and I'm tired of them sitting. So I figured I would paint them and do something with them or send them in Happy Mail or I don't know.
I think they'd be cute in as one of your dice things.
Uh-huh.
If you run out of something,
Yeah.
put a few of those in to, for, at least for the season.
Yeah, yeah. If I run out of something, I'll just make that a miscellaneous and put miscellaneous stuff in it.
That's right. It would work. I
Oh,
finished up some. I got to do a few more things to these yet. There's some more Twinchies that I made up. We started the paper last night, and I started gluing some kitty cats and doggies on some of these.
let me paint this.
So I've been working on Twinchies. Jessie got some happy mail from me. Was it a bingo prize? Must have been a bingo prize. Either that or I uh, said I'd send you something, which is fine. Fine, fine, fine. So I'm trying to remember what I've promised that I said I would do Thursday night, tomorrow night. So Kitty Jen wants me to play to do a page with 5 items off of my desk.
Well, does she not realize that your desk has everything on it?
No, she just wants to see me pick 5 things out and make a page. But it's just, that type of a game is so easy for me. I just don't have any problems with
Hey,
trying to get
Chris.
it
Hey,
on paper.
Angela. I'm painting these little wood cutouts that I have collected. Lots of.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Angela. Yeah, and I said I would do the 91, page 91 in the 365 book. Yes. Thank you very much.
These
I,
light brown colors tend to be thicker than other
I
colors.
just elected Jassy to be my official secretary.
Give me a second and we'll do a giveaway.
Hi, Barbara. Howdy do.
Hey, Barb.
How are you?
I got my mouth open painting, y'all.
Be careful, your flies will fly in.
Hmm.
Becca's the one that draws the flies.
Well, that's what happens whenever you fart and stuff all the time.
Oh my gosh. And it's always in her craft room. It's probably her paint water.
Mm.
She leaves her paint water sit till it evaporates. Hi, Brittany.
Dang.
Brittany, how are you feeling? How you doing?
Hey, Brittany.
How much longer do we have? Is it going to be October? Gonna have a baby.
Have you done your nesting phase yet?
Is that just where she gets the baby's room all fixed up?
Yeah, that's where you clean everything in the dang house.
Oh, before you deliver.
Yeah.
My
All right.
mom said she used to scrub the floors.
Let me do a giveaway real quick.
You're going to have to learn how to do small art pages without a big mess, just like with 2 or 3 items, and that way they can be quick and on the go. And because you'll have some time, downtime.
All right.
Watch
Put in a number between 1 and 20, guys.
1 and 20. Woohoo! You'll be napping. Have you got some babysitters lined up
Hope so.
with some family members? Sort of been working on the nursery since we had the baby shower. Cal's putting everything together and figuring out where we want stuff to go. Woohoo! It'll work out. It'll all fall in natural. It'll be all natural. Just enjoy the moment. I made a sticker journal from composition notebook that was easy to work in. Yes. So you can get you a book like this and just do one little painting on each page. Set it up and let it dry. That would be easy. Pick a pick a something to paint and paint it over and over and over, like I do with my palm trees. You could do you can do pumpkins for fall, Christmas trees for winter, and just paint trees.
All right. So let me get a number. Did everybody put a number in?
Get your numbers in. Don't dilly dally around.
All right. Here I go.
Let's see, that's about right.
All right. So let me put number generator 1 through 20. All right, here we go. Let me make it focus. Generate 7.
Ooh, Angela's got 6.
Yep. Think it's you, Angela. Yep. So Angela wins. So now I'm going to roll the dice. Here we go. Oh, you got a 6.
Woohoo! Playing with the big dogs now.
All right. Got 1, 2, 3,
I wish I'd saved that extra dice that I put in the
4.
rummage.
Oh,
I could send it to you. It was kind where you put your own numbers on it, and we could put 6 on all the sides.
6.
Well,
This works out good. All right, so I've got this. Let's see, I got yellow up front. Here's 1 yellow. So you get a card about that. Then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black. And that's lace. 1, 2. Whoops, pulling everything out. 4, 5. There's that. Then gold. There's that. 3 gold. And you get twinchies, which I need to add some in there. So here's 1, 2, and 3. 3 twinchies. Then what color is next? Silver. Silver. So you'll get an ATC and a card. Then green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 greens. So that's images. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then orange. There's 5 orange. So those are die cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop, I'm chasing them. There's 5 purple. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jelly prints. Then we have, oh, I just did that backwards. Okay, it doesn't matter. 6. So you'll get 6 words. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 6 pinks. These are stickers. And a lot of these are die cuts too. 1, 2, 3. These are like pre-printed die cuts. 4. Oh, come on. There's 5 and 6. And I'll throw in a bow.
oh,
Alrighty. Let me grab an envelope.
bonus.
All right. So you got a good haul. Oh, look what I just did. Now I gotta switch this out. I put some stuff in the paint like a goob. A goob.
Oh, that's your
Wait.
paint palette.
Yes. It's on the back of this. I don't think it'll hurt
That's
that.
like it's just extra texture,
Extra.
you know? Yeah.
A little bit on the jelly print, but it's gold. So gold goes with everything. Let me make sure I haven't like I
You've
just don't
chris
want to make
it's
a
an
mess.
artist way of christening.
I just don't
You
want to make a mess.
christened you
There.
christened the prize with
Whew.
art.
Jeez. Crazy me. I even got some on the envelope.
It'll make it more memorable.
You got that right. And I haven't been stamping the back of my ATCs or anything. Guys, sorry. Oops. I dropped a thing. Let me get it. It's long gone. Let me grab another one. Die cut. Put that in there. All right. So that's for Angela. Okay. So there's that. Congratulations. Now let me come back and work on these. Get a little bit more of this. Did y'all see the fox that we painted last night, everybody?
Oh, it was so cute.
Yeah, it turned out cute.
I did better on mine than I thought. I thought mine was pretty
They all are cute.
bad, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Yeah, they were super.
Time we got finished with it. What?
Typically I like my apple barrel paint,
Yeah.
but they just don't have all the colors that some others do.
Hmm.
So then I buy these other colors, but then I don't love how they paint.
Well, you just have to learn to mix.
I don't know. Like this one is Anita's acrylic. It's not too bad. I think I get it at Hobby Lobby. But some of them get clumpy and weird.
Mm-hmm. They do. Thick.
Mhm.
I bought these AEN art paint
Uh-huh.
over a year ago, and they're thick. They're thicker than the apple barrel, and I'm still using them. I mean, I don't,
Mhm.
I'm kind when I paint out of the jar, I don't waste.
Yeah. I waste some because whenever I'm in a hurry, I throw it down on here. But I try to not. But
But they came in like 24 different colors in a case of them, and I got them for about, oh, I don't remember if I got 50 or 70 cents a piece in
you
each
get them on
bottle.
Amazon or something.
Yeah, I got it off of the internet somewhere, and I just googled a good price.
I'm gonna do this one a little bit. different color. My dogs must be taking a nap because
Maybe
usually they're wired up about now.
unless they left him outside.
He might have. Gage will get mad at him and put him outside, but they're, they're the snout nose and barrel chested, and I'm like, you can't leave them out too long.
Yeah.
They can't take it. Especially Lola, she's older.
Yeah.
She can't take it as much as Letty. Letty's just wild as she's still young. She can hack it.
Yeah, I had Abby in the pool yesterday, and I usually walk around with her and let her enjoy the pool, and then about halfway in the middle of the pool, which isn't very far, 10 feet,
Yeah,
I let her swim to get out because I wanted her to know where to go to get out
yeah.
if ever she fell in, and she had her head up as high as she could get it, and she was just slapping her little paws, and she's not a water dog at all, and she got water up her nose, and she started snorting, and Joe said, "Help her, she's having trouble," and I said, "No, she's all right, she's got it," and she was fine, but still, she could have, had trouble getting out of the pool,
They learn. I
but
mean,
she's just
and
so.
our pool's
Hi,
our
Tina.
pool's about twice the size of yours, lengthwise and width. And I worry about our dogs because we haven't really taken them swimming.
Yeah. Who's going to be needing? Tell who's going to be needing EC extra crafts. Uh, who's going? Can you already tell who's going to be needing EC? Tina, I need a clue. How's it with the extra credits? Are you talking about the college students with Chris? Who's going to be needing the extra credits?
I think
Hmm.
I think a lot of them just slack until the end and expect that
Then
they're
they
going
have
to
to
be able to get
cram.
extra credit.
They have to cram to get
Little
the
crap heads.
have to do an all nighter.
Hmm. I could, I mean, like you could tell it with my grades whenever I slack because I didn't typically slack, and there was one class that was just a harder class. It was physics, and the guys understood it way more than us girls. But if I didn't study in that class, you could really tell it.
Yeah. I always had a comprehension problem. I could remember, but I couldn't remember all the details of something.
Yeah, we would
I
like,
take my microbiology. I think I had to take it 3 times to pass it, and I still just made a B. I should have made an A. After taking it so many times. But they
we
were just
had classes re that were just about radiation and stuff,
yeah.
and those were hard for some people. I enjoyed it.
Well,
Um,
they had a lot of it was all multiple choice, and it
yeah,
was like A and B,
Yeah,
or
ours
A, B,
too.
and C, or D. And if you missed one little line, then you missed the question. And those
Mhm.
were the type of questions I had trouble with. And I can remember some of it went with together, but not all of it.
Yeah.
So, I just took it again till I passed it. Either that or the teacher got tired of me coming back.
Our physics was mainly geared it was geared more towards radiation too, but it was it was hard sometimes.
Yeah. But I was in the nursing program, and the nursing program wanted you to keep a B average. And I
Yeah.
was not a B student. I was a C student. I could do a C, but I could not do a B. And that's what killed me in nursing. Clinicals and pharmacy, I got straight A's. But all of some of those other and I passed all my pre-nursing classes. I got through all them, and then all I had left was the nursing classes. And those are the ones where they said you had to be a B or better to pass.
Me and this one guy, we got offered a job at one of our clinical sites
Yeah.
right before we even graduated, like way before.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay.
Sure.
Mhm.
And I worked all through school. I
Me
was
too.
already employed at the hospital. And then and my charge nurses, they were really so nice. They said they'd let me work all the weekends and let me have off certain days if I had classes and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
once we had clinical, it was like at first our clinicals were like 8 hours a week, then it went to 16 hours, then it
yeah,
went to 32, then it went to 40.
yeah, yeah.
So towards the end, ours was pretty demanding. So I worked a part-time job then.
Mhm. Yeah, there was times where I was working part-time during a semester, and then in between semesters they give me full-time hours.
Yeah.
They really the hospital was really good at cheering you on. But oh well, I took an ethics course,
Oh, I hated ethics. God.
and the judge came in to teach a couple of the classes for the professor, and he sat up there and he said, you know, how many percentage, it was like not a high percentage of nurses are alcoholics and drug addicts and they steal
They
and
do.
and I thought, oh my God, I've never heard of such a thing. And I've been
Yeah.
working in the hospital since I was 17, and I was just naive. And and I said, that's it. That
I
was
just
the
didn't
straw.
like it because it was just boring and it was stuff that was like common sense to me, like shit you
It
don't do.
it was just that broke the camel's back for me, and I said, I'm not going back.
I didn't like my psychology class. It was boring. It was so boring.
Tina says, yeah, like I can't see things with my normal everyday vision, and you want me to look through a microscope?
One good thing about our program at the time is we didn't have to do anatomy 1 and 2. They had a course geared just for radiology. So it was a one class course. So I didn't have to do anatomy 1 and 2. They kind of put what applied to us all in one
In
course.
one. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was
So that
nice.
was kind of good. But we had like medical terminology, um, like all the classes I could take before I got in the program, I did because I didn't want to
Dana's
have
talking
any
right
extra.
now.
Huh?
Oh, welfare off is the, do you know anybody from the welfare office? Get 'em,
Really,
Angela.
people,
Get 'em.
seriously, don't you have something better to do?
Get him,
Right.
Angie. Angela, you got it. Good girl.
Go and knock yourself out,
See what he
people.
said. Welfare gang in here? No, the welfare gang is not funky moderators.
Stupid.
Flunky? Yeah, right. And you're gone.
Yeah.
You will never come back in here again.
Blink your way down the road, dude.
Move on.
Hmm. We haven't had a lot of that lately.
We've been lucky.
Hmm. I guess I'll paint the other side of these too.
Yep.
They need to go get their diaper changed.
Okay, there's another orange one. I think I've done a blue one. I think I did a red one. What a black and white one. So,
You know those sandhill cranes?
yep.
Well, we have them in our neighborhood, of course. This lady down at the by the front gate, she lives close to the pond down there, and she was feeding them suckers, and I'm like, "You're not supposed to feed those."
They
They will
gotta learn to
they
eat themselves.
they will get aggressive too.
Oh dear.
I'm like, "You kooky lady." Like they'll peck your daggone windows out of your house if you ain't careful.
Well, they won't know how to hunt.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I was
Their
like,
diet will change.
"Yep." But she was out there feeding them like a crazy woman.
Like bread or something.
Yeah, and she's got a dog that's crazy. That dog is nutso. That dog barks at everybody and acts like it's gonna eat everything that comes in its path. It's one of those little Scotty dogs.
Oh yeah.
It's mean. Ma, we won't get to that point ever in Florida. I rarely turn off my AC, only whenever it quits. Mm.
Our AC runs every day,
Yep, most of the year.
all year. Very rarely in the wintertime does it not run.
Yep.
And very few times do I have the heat on.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, maybe once just to get the chill out of the house.
Exactly. Because it always warms up during the day.
Hmm. Yeah, we don't get too much time where we get
And
to.
I wear shorts all year round, year
Oh,
long.
yeah. Even at Christmas.
Even if, but if it's cold, I just put a pair of socks on.
Hmm.
So I still wear shorts.
Only time I really wear pants is whenever I go to dinner sometimes.
When I go out, I wear
Hmm.
my crop
Capris
shorts
or,
or
yeah.
pants. Yep. I don't like to wear short shorts out in public.
Mm-mm.
I just don't think it's very nice for a Medicare lady to wear short shorts in public.
Ding dong.
Just doesn't look proper. Only at the beach. Maybe at the beach. But I don't wear bathing suits at the beach anymore. I wear shorts.
I know my
Tank
bathing
top.
suit has short bottoms.
Yeah.
Or
Don't
if I do wear a bathing suit, it has the skirty thing
Yeah, I like the skirts and the
that I used to make fun of my mom for wearing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Florida weather, we don't get a whole. I mean, like the coldest typically is around 30.
Yeah, and that's only once or twice a year. Very
Yeah,
rarely. Last year it frosted one time at
yeah,
our house.
we don't get
Central
it.
and northern of Ohio, Florida got a little bit of frost,
Yeah, and
but
it's only snowed a couple times here.
and it's only for a few hours. Because
Hmm.
it warms back up during the day.
I can remember whenever I was younger, like my parents, like we lived in a small town, and the orange groves were everywhere, and they would take these pots out and put diesel fuel in them and put them out in the groves. They called it firing. They would put them out in the groves to keep the
Yep,
oranges from freezing.
to warm the air.
Hmm. And they would some places would turn the water on instead of firing, and it would freeze everything and save it that way. And so we would wake up and there would be all these icicles on the orange trees. It was kind of neat.
Yeah,
I mean, how many places see icicles on orange trees?
exactly.
I'm having to do coat after coat on these.
Yeah, the brown's gonna be hard to cover.
Sucks the paint in. I've only saw snow like here whenever I was little, and then one other time. But real snow, I only saw one, two times, two and a half really.
Yeah. Jassy, what are you working on? I lay around in bed and watch the YouTube too, Angela, all the time. I prop I got one of those book holders that holds your book, and I put my iPad in it, plug it in, and sit there and play solitaire and watch videos.
We like the boob tube.
I do it all the time. Well, there's my black and white palm tree.
What are you doing? Like all different color palm trees?
Yeah, this is the black and white book. So we've got black and white palm tree in it.
Dust. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm
gesso and first. That probably would work.
Dustin's taking Gage to school.
Now, one of our girlfriends that comes in here, Alicia, she does use the spray paints and the outside paints on her art projects. She has a balcony in her apartment, and she goes out on the balcony and spray paints stuff all the time.
She probably spray painting the cars below.
And all of her work is beautiful and shiny, and she sprays it with the shiny stuff.
Oh
And
yeah.
but you have to let it air out for a couple days because of it the fumes
Yeah,
from it.
Pam, I don't think it'll work either. I think it snowed when I was about 6 or 7, and my mom and dad woke me up to go out there and see it, and I was like, "Take me back to bed. It's too cold."
Spoiled brat.
I was for real. I was a spoiled brat. It ain't my fault that my parents had me like late in life, and my sisters were already gone. They rag me all the time, and I'm like, I can't help that you weren't born at the right time.
That's right. Well, I guess I'll let that dry.
They taught me all the bad stuff.
Now, this is must be pink, green. Is this going to be a green book or an everything? There's blue, yellow, black and white.
Shinrin, I basically was an only child growing up. I mean, like, I had two sisters, but they were 12 and 15 years older than me. So I really grew up more with my niece. She was 4 years younger than me. I think my dad carried me to bed till I was like 10 years old.
Oh my goodness. No
Mm.
wonder you love your daddy so much. No
And he would like
wonder.
go and get me something to drink when I wanted something to drink. I'm telling you, I was spoiled.
I tell you, if Joe don't quit waiting on me hand and foot, I don't know what's gonna happen. He literally waits on me hand and foot, and I let him. I need to jump up and say, "No, I'll do it, honey. Let me do it."
Scott does it to me, but I mean, just because my hip and junk is
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of whack.
Well, if you're not well and stuff, but I think it's because when Mom died and I went to bed, I literally went to bed, and he did wait on me, and because I was just not able to get up, and now that I'm better, he's in the habit of waiting on me,
Hmm.
and he still does.
My
But
boys help me though too, so
yeah, and he likes to cook, so I can't. I don't want to take that away from him. If he used to cook for these girls before we were married,
uh-huh.
and he did work swing shift, and they fend for themselves, when he wasn't working, or when he was working, they would fend for themselves. But and so when we got married, he still wanted to do the cooking, and I said, after a couple of mishaps in the kitchen, I said, okay, it's either you or me. Take your choice. And he
So
backed and let me do the cooking
what
because I
about their mom? What happened to their mom?
she moved out when they were real little, and Joe
Uh-huh.
raised them. They divorced, and
Uh,
uh, and she had um, Wednesday night dinners with them, and they would eat together on Wednesday nights and stuff like that. And then the oldest girl went to college, and Janelle was still in high school when we got married, and Janelle stood up with me to be my maid of honor when we got married, and and then she was involved in her senior year. She was involved in 4-H,
mhm.
big time 4-H, and they would go to horse shows, and she had her own horse and stuff like that, and she was supposed to go eat dinner with her mom on Wednesday nights, and she'd tell her mom, that she'd have a 4-H meeting or something,
Mhm.
and she did that for a little while until she got caught and
Uh-oh.
got in trouble with her mom. Her mom came over the house and cussed her out,
Uh-oh.
and I never had any respect for her after
After
she
that.
did that. I didn't have anything against their mother, but I had no respect for her after that. You don't cuss your kid out. I don't care who
Yeah.
you are. You don't cuss your children. It was a napkin, Tina, but he raised the girls as they were older, and I'm not sure if I don't think she fought for custody for him. I don't think she fought for it. I think she's the one who
I just
left
don't
everything.
understand that a mom would do that. That I don't understand
She wanted
how
to do she
our
wanted to
freedom.
date. She wanted to date, and she didn't want to stay at home, and she wanted to run around, and she did. So she did. So Joe let her go, you know,
Yeah.
and he bought her out and bought. They had shared accounts, and they had uh, lots. They had cemetery lots and stuff together, and he bought her half out and stuff like that. And I mean, he did her right. He paid her royally, but um, but they got divorced after 14 years, and then about 5 years later, we met. So I wasn't involved in any of that
Right.
mess.
Well, and
And
that
and then when the girls, started having babies, I got to be I got to be the third babysitter. When both of the mothers of the grandmothers didn't want the babies or couldn't babysit, then I got asked. So I
mm,
was the backup babysitter,
yeah, that's how I am pretty much.
and I loved it. I thought it was pretty cool, and And of course, I had no trouble with them, little or big. And I just, I had 5 years experience on pediatrics, so I knew how to do babies. And I was the best aunt in the world to my nieces and nephews. I always got them on weekends and stuff. So I didn't have any problem with kids at all. I was always involved in vacation Bible school and
Well, Jen, Ren, me and you are in the same exact predicament as far as kids.
yeah,
And we, like, it just blows my mind because, I couldn't have kids
yeah.
and of my
I didn't
own.
have any either. So
And I just don't understand, how a mom just like walks away basically.
right. Well, she wanted
I
something
mean, I just
different.
don't understand how you can be that selfish, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, she was tired of Joe was working swing shift all the time, and he he was at work, and he
well,
wasn't.
and
He
I fought to have the boys, and then Scott was working out of town all the time. And
Yeah,
I
but
just,
he was working 50, 60 hours a week,
oh,
and that
Scott too.
takes a lot away from your family. And I
Yeah,
can sort of see what happened. And
Scott too.
she strayed. She wouldn't stop straying,
Yeah.
and she should have found some other means of occupying, because I think she regretted it later on. I really do. And it
No,
was too late. There
well,
was
that's
no
just like
way.
Scott's ex-wife. She was the same way. She,
Mm,
he worked a lot, and he worked night shift, and so
yep,
she started going out and partying and
yep.
all that, and
Well, with
it.
the swing shift, and see, he would work 10 hours a day,
Mhm.
and then he'd come home and sleep and turn around and go right back in, and
Mhm. That's the
and
way
he
Scott
wasn't
was.
doing too much helping around the house except for what needed to be fixed,
Mhm.
as in him fixing things. But um, she just
Yeah,
got tired of being
worked
alone.
Scott
And
was
I,
doing.
I and I told Joe, I said, when you retire, I said, let's do something. And he said, yeah. I said, you want to move to Florida? And he said, yes. And I said, boom, I was packing the next week. I did not let him double think that idea. And then when I got down here, I thought for sure, he'd be in the pool with me more than he does. But, he's always on the lawnmower and I'm in the pool by myself. And it's like, no, that's not what I want. but but he does. He gets in with me more now than he used to, but because I complained.
It's hard for them to slow down after they
It
work, work,
is.
work.
He's afraid if he slows down, that'll be
Mhm.
it. And I agree. He probably would dwell away if he didn't do anything.
And
And
that's like with Scott was the same way. He worked 12-hour shifts, and Janice, like, they used to go out together sometimes, but then all of a sudden I start seeing her out a lot without him. And
mhm.
then I see her everywhere this one guy went, there she went. And
Yeah,
it finally got back to Scott, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. Well,
And then,
Joe he tapped the phones. He recorded the phones.
well, that's whenever Scott and I started dating, was after that.
Yep, yep.
And he was,
No, they'd been split up for 5 years when I met Joe, and it worked out real good for us because
yeah.
we hit it off immediately. And I didn't want to go out with him. I didn't want to go out with somebody and that lived in the next town, and I just
Mhm.
didn't. I wasn't going to use anybody. Make him come to my town and pick me up and take us out to eat and then leave and go back home. Because I was determined that I wasn't going to get involved with him. And
He
the
wouldn't
first
leave me
time
alone.
one time he come over and we were supposed to go out, and he lay down on my couch, fell asleep, and I said, "Well, this is gonna be a long-term relationship." And it was, but he was so tired. We didn't go out because it was just he had to get up and go to work in the morning, and I said, "Just go home and go get some sleep." But you know, but we dated for a good while, and then we just that was it. We just knew that was
Well,
the love life.
well, and Scott, ever since we've been together, like when he first started working at the railroad, he didn't work out of town as much. But I mean, from the time that we got the boys, even before, he was working out of town. And so I did everything with the boys during the week, and then he was home on the weekend, and sometimes he wasn't even home on the weekends. So yeah, it was stressful, but
Yeah,
you know, you do what you got to do. Thank goodness I had my family.
but you were a teen too. Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I was, whew, I was 30.
No, I mean a
Oh,
teen play. You were
oh yeah,
teen
yeah, yeah,
together.
yeah. I mean, it it sucks sometimes because sometimes I wanted him to be there for family crap and he wasn't, and you know,
Yeah,
I mean, we argued about it here and there, but what do you do?
yeah,
But Scott loves to work. He loves to work.
well, he knows it's where it's good to do.
Yeah, crap. Well, and Scott's dad was the same way. He was a workaholic too,
Yeah,
and his uncle.
gotta
But
pay the bills.
I think if I would have been married to somebody else with my health problems, I would be in much worse situation.
Yeah,
Because Scott really does help me, and he's always like, ever since we've been together, I had surgery after surgery after surgery.
oh my gosh.
Hmm.
I think I got enough stuff on there. I don't think I need to put anything else.
Mm-mm. That's good.
Yeah, they have a purpose to care for their family.
Oh, let me tell you, Scott likes to like boast about what he does. Don't get me wrong there, because he will be like telling my friends, "Yeah, I cooked Dana breakfast and took it to her in bed," and you know, he likes to get a pat on the back, y'all. He likes for them to be jealous of what he does for me. I'm like,
That's
what?
right. Well, I praise Joe. I do. I give him lots of praises for what he does for me because I don't want him to ever think that I don't appreciate it.
My friend is like, you're so spoiled.
Yeah.
Because she didn't live here for a while. And so, I mean, like they was around us when we were younger, and then they moved away for like 10 years. And then they come back, they're like, she said, I'm so jealous. She said, he dotes on you and does stuff for you. He's always worried about what to do for you, and he talks about you whenever you're not around. And
Yeah.
then
If
when my other friends is like, how did you manage to get the good guy? I'm like, well, what are you trying to say? Like, you trying to say I don't deserve it?
sometimes you just gotta pray for the right words to say it. uh, And it's so funny, we're at an age where, we don't have to buy each other presents and stuff.
Uh-uh.
So for my birthday, he says, "Happy birthday," and he gives me a box, a Dunkin' Donut coffee. He bought Dunkin' Donut coffee for me, and so that's what he gave me for my birthday.
Scott will get me a box of chocolates or something like that sometimes, or else he'll bring a bouquet of flowers home from Publix.
Yeah, yeah, Joe will do that. He will.
Which I don't want him to spend a buttload of money on a flipping thing of flowers, you know.
I know. I always
So
tell Joe that too, because I'm so
Publix flowers
busy.
are fine.
But every now and then, it's okay.
Yeah. I said, get me something I can eat or wear if you really want to do something.
Yeah.
For my 50th birthday, Scott bought me a new wedding ring.
Oh, that was nice.
He had it designed and everything.
Wow. Okay. Twinchies are done. Got that much done.
These are
Yeah.
taking longer than I thought.
Tina, my dad loved to work with his hands, and he loved to fix things and hang, pictures and stuff like that. And when he got in his latter years, he couldn't do it anymore. His hands were just so arthritic, and it really, really hurt him when, he wasn't able to finish a piece of furniture or paint or do what he used to do, and it really bothered him that he couldn't do those things anymore. And I think Joe's afraid of doing that too, because his hands, if you ever noticed his hands, they're arthritic, and if he stops, he would get a lot of arthritis in them.
Yeah, my dad's was the same way. He had his joints were really huge.
Hmm. But he can't. And he says his ribs will be hurting. And I said, well, what have you done? And he says, I didn't do anything. And I said, were you on the weed eater yesterday for 5 hours? Well, yeah, I do that all the time. I said, well, you can't do it all the time anymore. I'm trying to talk him into getting a yard man, but
Yeah.
he's just he wants to, but he don't want to.
Well, tell him to just get a yard man to mow,
Well,
and
I
then
said I said just no to do the weed eat, and then he could ride the
yeah,
lawnmower. And
get
and
get a yard man to do the trimming and the mow
Mhm.
and that
And
kind of stuff.
you can work by riding the lawnmower while he's trimming at the same time. And he's going to have to. He's going to have to, but he's not willing to do it yet.
Dustin does ours. Every once in a while, Scott will get out there and do it, if Dustin's got something going on.
Mhm.
But Dustin, he does a pretty good job. Scott will go out there and work on the bushes that need to be trimmed down or that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. This
Okay. Let them dry.
What, Letty Betty?
See, now what else do I need to be doing? I can show off I'll show the girls my napkin book. This is my original napkin book, and I think it's just about done. I've still got a few more pages to glue in it yet, but for the most part, it's done. Get some space here. Thank you, Dana. But this is a fun book to do to have. All you have to do is get you a reading book of your choice. I chose this old one, and I put a napkin on the front of it, and you can still see the keys of the kingdom. And I love that title, and I'm glad it peeks through the original napkin. And it just looks, I don't know, I love it. I love it. It feels good in your hands. So but it's just a glue book and I started out with napkins, and here's a birdie, that's a napkin there, that's part of a napkin. Then I've got stickers and decorations too.
Hello.
Some of the pages, like this one here, I just did this last week, and I need to put a picture on here. I could put something like that on there. And that would be cute. I'll leave that in there to glue later. And see, this is two different napkins, three different napkins. So I got the Eiffel Tower, and then I have this red. Uh, I think this was all the same napkin, and then this was the There's two napkins here. Nope, there's three because the roses is a different napkin. But it's fun to make a page out of your napkins. And then this napkin, and I glued the girl down. And then I thought these red ones matched her outfit. And then I found this ring or piece of jewelry of the tiger, and I thought, well, her outfit reminds me of the tiger. So I thought it went good together when I did it. So you can do anything you want with your napkins. And this was a napkin of the girls holding the balloons like a birthday napkin, and I layered it because there were four corners of the napkin. So I layered them together here, and then I put other things there, and I have paint and words. And I think this is probably one of my very first napkins that I did in this book, and it's my favorite page because it was the bees. And my brother was a beekeeper, and so I started collecting bees, and I got napkins, and people sending me napkins, and people sent me stickers and little jewels on there, little pieces of flatback jewels, and then these stickers were fancy stickers that I bought, dimensional, and it wasn't long after I did this page that I did my bee book, and then I started just bees in that book, and I've showed it a couple times. But this is the first bee page I ever did, and this was a napkin, and then we drew around it one day. Said, what can we put on there? Someone said, paint a barn, and I go, okay. So I did a barn, country barn. And this was Happy Mail. This is a birdhouse napkin, and we did napkin trades. And I don't know how many people, probably 20 people sent me 10 napkins, and then I sent them back 10 different napkins. And we had a big napkin trade, and then I used all of the napkins that I had that were different. I put them in this napkin book, and I'm getting ready to start a new napkin book. I got another book over here I've been doing new ones in. And this is a real busy page, but there is a napkin on the background down here, and then the rest of it is magazines. And this is when I first started cutting women out of the book. And I think I started my Power Woman book at the same time I did this page. And I got part one and part two of my Power Women book of just women in it that I work on from time to time. Here's another Eiffel Tower, and then I found a real one out of a magazine. And I accidentally put the London bus on here, but you see, we had these girls here, which is a little piece of washi tape. There's four girls. They rode the bus from London all the way to Paris. So they went on vacation. So that's how I corrected my mistake. And then the stories began right after that. It was nothing but stories, stories after stories on your pages. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. This is a cute napkin, the dragonflies. I love these shades of blue, but it's just funny. And see, this page is dated January 21. Some of them are dated July 21. They're not in order. It's mixed matched. And some of them are dated and some of them aren't. I wasn't into dating August 14th, 21, and it wasn't soon after that. That's about when I probably got my stamp, my dating stamp, because I used to do it by hand and write the date by hand. So just something cute to put together. And this is just stickers from a Happy Mail that I got not too long ago, just off of the envelope. I cut the flowers off of the envelope and put them over here, and they go real good. I like this page real well. This was in June of 21. I had a film magazine, and it had where you can order VCRs and CDs on movies and things. And so this was a little girl, and she's looking up at what's his name, the Star Wars guy,
Oh, mm, yeah.
Yoda or
I
whatever.
don't know.
And she's looking
I
up at him, and he's climbing the Paris instead of, like King Kong did the Statue of Liberty. This guy here, yeah, Chewbacca.
Rocker,
He's
yeah.
climbing he's climbing the Paris Tower, and she's defending her ground. But I thought it was funny and cute, just goofing off and enjoying. This is enjoying yourself when you really enjoy your art. And so these are just magazine images and napkins mixed together, and you put something together and make a page, and then you could tell your story. This is a fishing page because I had the seahorse. There's a whale and another fish, and this came from Barbara Batzer. I try to write names on things, and this came from an old magazine. And there's another napkin back there. And somebody sent me this little fish punch out thing. And this was one of my first pages. Let's see if I can find a date. June of 21. This was one of my original pages. And I had a napkin here. And then I had this napkin, which is the circles. And it was like a birthday napkin. And there wasn't anything in the middle. It was clear or white. I think it's glued down, but you could see the text come through. And then I found these girls in a dress catalog, and so I decided that this was the stage, and these are the curtains around, on the stage, and they're walking the stage and showing off their outfits. And I love this lady here because the magazine, the catalog that it came out of, has old and young models, and I love it because she's an older model. Love it. Power women, and this come together so easily. I had this napkin of trees. Okay, so the napkin went down, and I don't know what kind of a party you would have birch trees, no leaves, no nothing. Then I found the grass.
Letty,
Uh-oh,
I
she's in
gotta go
trouble
and check
now.
on her. She's into something.
So the moose came out of a magazine with eating the grass. So I cut it out with the grass and put it down here. And this looks like a different napkin down here. And then I found the dog, and I found this moose. And then I had punched out these butterflies, and they were kind of green metallic. So then I put the watercolor back here and put a tradition of extraordinary art, and it just went together. And that was in November of 21. So I love that page.
She's such a brat, y'all.
Oh my goodness. You got her?
Yeah, she went in there and I don't know if Gage left a cup and she chewed it up and
Mm.
she's so bad.
And these guys here, I think they're just, did I glue them down? Yeah, I finally glue them down. They were sitting down in here, and so they went to the garden, like the uh, botanical gardens that you go and visit. And he's got his skateboard with him. So if he gets tired, he can just ride a skateboard. Fun to do. Just and abstracts. This was a just part of a page. And I like how I did that. Mix match. And this is one of my favorite napkins, and I don't think I have any more. But this shades of blue is my favorite color. And then over here, I tried to paint some of the flowers so it matches. And then this was just a page that came out of a magazine, and it looked like it matched the blue. And this turned out really cute. This was some tissue paper, and I wanted to get some of the words, and I didn't want to tear them all up. So I left this one piece, and I went from corner to corner, and then I put a piece here and a piece here, and then all I did left was these Tim Horton people, these little miniature people. I found a car, and I found a piece, a clock or timer or something, and that was a piece of ephemera. And I love it. Some old buttons, stickers. I love it. It's all neutral. And this is a zebra, and I just got a new magazine. It has a zebra on the front, which is too big for this book. But over back here, I found some zebras for this page right there. And see, they're hugging each other. Aren't they cute? So they're going to go in here. So that's how you work on your pages. You just keep it going, ongoing. So And then if you don't have time to glue it down now, you can just stick it in there and glue it down later. But I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I think I'm going to put it right there. So that's what we're going to do. And I glued Snoopy in and this school sign in just the other day when I was finishing up some of the pages in here. And I had some empty pages, so I glued down some napkins. And that's why I've been working on it. Been working on this book. You just go in spurts. So that'll be there. I'll put some tissue down, wax paper. And see, this needs an image. And I have a gray one here that would go perfect. Got some elephants. Been shuffling these elephants around for 2 or 3 days. And he would look good on there. Like that. Dana,
Yeah,
what you working on?
I'm painting these things.
Well, you can put us both back up there. I'm not trying to hog the place, but I'm gonna put that there because this is the back of a napkin. It was the second back, and they call it the ghost, a napkin ghost, and it's the second layer of paper napkin where the ink bleeds into the second back cover. Then I could put something here. Would look good up there. We're doing the tango. We could put them there. Cut them out just a little bit more.
I did my here's my blue pumpkin.
Oh, he's pretty. There.
Are the fox's back feet black too?
Um, well, in the picture that we painted, we only saw his front feet.
I know.
So they could be
I'm just gonna do.
black socks. We could do it that way.
I'm just gonna do a little bit of it.
Oh yeah, this girl's going over there next. She's wrapped up in cellophane. Yeah, cellophane. Joe left oh, a couple hours ago, and he was just going to go mail something in the mailbox at the post office for
Oh,
me.
he's probably shopping.
So like, and he says, "Is there anything you want me to get?" And I said, "No, honey. I think we've got plenty." He says, "Well, I'm gonna stop at Perrine's and get some vegetables." And I said, "Okay." So that was 3 hours ago. Hmm. He's talking to somebody. There he comes. What in the world is that?
You've never had any of this.
It doesn't look very good.
Well, it's Perrine's. I have to get
Is it a
this.
melon?
It's a type of melon. Okay, let's see, Dana. Can you figure this one out? It's a type of melon,
It looks like a tomato.
but it's
Is it
got
one of those
it.
what are they called?
Now you have to taste.
Jackfruit? Is it a jackfruit?
It could be. Where you want to spit it at? It tastes it
Oh, I don't
honest
think I could handle that.
it honestly tastes like cantaloupe
Mm-mm.
after you eat it, but as it's going down, it tastes like um,
It tastes like vomit.
it tastes
It
like
does. It's like acid indigestion.
it's like
Oh, oh.
it's a it's a big it's like a squash. It's just like
Here,
spaghetti squash,
go and get me some to drink. Ugh.
except it doesn't have any spaghetti substance to it,
Oh my gosh.
and it has a oily taste.
Oh my
uh,
Don't you think it's got an oily taste?
acid indigestion taste.
what
Mm.
is it called? Is it a jackfruit?
What's a jackfruit?
What is
Um,
this called? She asked
Well,
you.
wait a minute.
She asked you first.
I got the thing.
Did he give it to you?
How'd you know? Yes.
Well, I'm glad because now you don't have to worry about taking it back. Ugh.
Um, it's got a yellow orangish color, the outside of it, and it's kind of got a cover like the squash,
yeah.
like
Skin.
yeah, skin squash or skin, and but it tastes to me. I my first he cut it out with just a little knife right there in the store and opened it up, and it's got these little bitty black beads about size of BBs,
Seeds.
and that's the seeds.
Well, don't save them.
Uh,
Don't plant one.
I put them in the garbage, but it looks.
So did you like it?
I don't think I could eat it as like cantaloupe. Subst- I couldn't substitute that for cantaloupe. No.
Is it
Mm.
an ugly fruit?
Ugly?
Uh-huh. Ugly fruit. Have you ever heard about ugly fruit?
Uh-uh.
There's a ugly fruit out there.
This thing's huge. It's as big
It's
as
probably a jackfruit or
it's bigger than this container I got it in. This is just one piece.
yeah,
It
they're
looks
very expensive.
yeah, it was several dollars. But I
They're real popular with Asians.
okay, well, maybe Asians and Mexicans or somebody. I don't but I don't have any of that in me at all. I'm purebred.
Yeah.
You
I'm not a picky eater.
well, let me see if my dog Nora will eat it. If it's good, she'll test it. Her name's Nora, not Mikey. Hey, Mikey. But anyway, I'm looking for the receipt here.
Yeah, there's a person down the road that has one of those trees.
It looks like just a big umbellagala hanging on the tree, probably. It's orange. It's kind of an orangish yellow.
I'll try and take a picture of it whenever I go by.
I should. I could call them and ask them what that horrible taste is in my mouth, and they'd probably tell me. But
Beth said it's crap.
oh, it is. It's almost. I think you could almost strain oil out of it. That's how it tastes like. It tastes like somebody's motor oil.
It gave me the dry heaves. And I'm not a picky eater.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you this. There's a lady probably cussing me right now
Why?
because she's got the other half.
Why is she cussing you?
Because,
Why didn't he take it all?
no, yeah. Why didn't he give it to me? We were in the fruit department, and I said, "Have you ever ate one of those things?" And she said, "Oh no, I don't even know what that is." And then the guy come by that works there, and he's moving all the stuff around. And I said, "What is that?" And he said, "It's half between a pumpkin and half between a cantaloupe." And and he said there's a lot of people eat it, a lot of people don't like it. He said, "You want to try it?" And I went, "Oh, I don't know. Is it sweet or is it not sweet or what?" He says he cut it in half with a well. I should have known when he pulled out his side cut blade. What's the
Switchblade,
no, the razor one.
razor blade. The switchblade.
Yeah, he just took it and cut it right around long ways. One time all the way around, opened it up, flipped it out.
It looks like it might be overdone.
It ain't cooked.
I meant overly ripe.
Yeah, well, it could be. It's very soft. You could stick your finger through it. Maybe that's why. Well, now that piece there don't seem to be. Look at that. That looks just like melon, don't it?
It does. It looks soft, um,
Look at this orangey taste.
like a sweet
Huh.
potato.
Yep. I just dropped sweet potato
Oh, thanks a lot.
on your fry. But
It looks like it's gonna be good, but it ain't.
Like I said, it gave me this deja vu feeling,
oh,
and I'm not.
I'm
I don't
stretching.
throw up very often. I've got a strong stomach. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, baby girl.
So anyway, I got a thing of it. It's gotta be in here.
Well, they want to know.
I'll find out, girls. Well, I got your stuff is good for
My stuff.
your car tags. Um, they're good for until our birthdays in 2 years.
Oh, you too. It was due.
No, it really wasn't due because it really wasn't due because it was in my name
Oh,
to the 31st.
okay.
So I went on and renewed it to 3 years. So, and then I went on and renewed the truck. And what else did I do? And I talked to her about my motorcycle. And and it was the same woman that took care of me when we first moved down here, Leslie. How could I ever forget her? Real sweet lady. Welcome to Shell. Well, that's right. He didn't charge me for it, so it ain't
Is it a noni fruit? Noni? Jackfruit?
Yeah, I was wondering if it was a jackfruit.
Might be a
Durian?
jack.
Durian fruit? Durian fruit?
Yeah, he wouldn't have. He didn't. I'm not gonna have a receipt for it.
Let me go with the images.
Yeah, find images. Hey, it's really. It's He looks just like one of those yellow ones. That is a.
Is that it right there?
That's it. What's that called? It's black inside with those.
Papaya?
Yeah, papaya.
It's a papaya?
Yes,
Mm.
that's it. I scooped all them black seeds out, and it was a,
Papayas usually don't taste real bad, though.
I
well,
think it's overripe.
yeah,
It
I think it,
probably is.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't, because it's supposed to be firm. Isn't that what's in those tropical fruit cans? That's
Yeah.
orange.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I think you got
you
a
made a good
bad one.
hard one.
Because it, I've eaten fruit in a can of papaya, and it's not like that.
Yeah, because I told him, I said, well, uh this lady was over here when I was looking at it, and she
Now,
was
it's,
in.
here's a pawpaw that has those seeds in it,
Let's see.
but this is the orange one.
Yep, long orange one.
This one,
Yeah, it's about 14 inches.
it's a papaya.
He said, just take them, scoop seed.
Well, that's not. It's overly ripe and
Right.
soured and tainted.
You want a taste of it, Abby? You can chew
It's
this.
taint. It's like rancid. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not a picky eater, but ooh, baby, baby.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Mm-mm.
box cutter. Let me open and
A
cut it
box
open.
cutter.
A box cutter, and I went, oh, this is
Okay.
gonna be good.
That's not very sanitary.
Well, he said he cut it all with the knife blade on the, and I'm going, I wonder where that blade's been. But it tastes just like it did here when I ate the first piece. So
All right, guys, I'm going to do a giveaway.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
Pay attention.
I'm
Pay
tapping my
attention.
hands. I'm standing at the pool. I can see them.
Gonna gonna put some numbers in here in a minute.
All right,
Hold
put
the
in the
bus. Hold the bus. Put your numbers
Oh,
in.
that's a
Here's
cute
a
one.
little fox.
I like. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, he's cute. Is it like My Little Fox?
Yeah.
Did you buy a little package of them?
Yeah, I've had them.
Two. I just bought mine not too long ago. Dollar Tree, I
I
think.
got to finish up I got to do the details on these things. But they suck the paint up. Good Lord.
So you got to be
Abby
kidding.
says I ain't eating that.
You
Dad.
got to be kidding. I'm not eating that.
She turned around.
That is uh,
Septic.
it's
It's overdue.
spoiled. It's a spoiled fruit.
Yeah, I think it was like $3 or $4. It was as higher than the
Cal, Debbie already has 7. Okay. Get your numbers in. I'm going to put in the stop in a second.
Let's see.
Ma, you going to put a number
One,
in?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One person is in the balcony. Come down and put your number in.
Ma's place didn't put one in. No, she did. 18. Okay. Never mind. I'm wrong.
That's just about everybody.
All right. So let's do a stop. All right. So here's my generator. I'm fixing to hit the generate. 9. Number
Number
9.
9.
Barb.
Barb gets it right on the nose.
Here we go.
Uh, oh, Debbie said she got a birthday card and a Happy Mail. Okay.
Got a 3. Where's my little tray?
Yoo-hoo.
There's 1.
She's losing her marbles.
2.
Hey, I bought me some new marbles the other day at the flea market.
And 3. All right. So we have 1 yellow. That's cards. There's 1. And it's that on the back. Then we do 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 black. And that is lace and trims. Here's 1. Here's 2. 3. And 4. Then we'll do green is 3. 2, 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll do orange is 2. I gotta put some more die cuts in here. 1 and 2. Then I'm gonna do blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and whoops, 4. Then we got pink, purple. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 purples. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We got 3 pinks. We've got 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty. Here's the envelope. All right. All righty, Barb. And that's Barb W.
Yes, Walls.
Okay. All right. I just like to make sure I have the correct.
Yep.
Well, me and Becca will be coming on again on her channel.
You're going to do Wacky Wednesday tonight?
Yes. So,
So you guys want some more fun and games? There you go.
yeah,
I'll
if
probably,
y'all want to
I'll be
come,
watching.
that will be awesome. It'll probably be around 7ish, I think, Eastern time. But yeah, check for her bell. and we'll come back on and play some games. Um, I'm going to work on these probably again next week, and I'll show y'all. I have two haunted houses, which I've got to touch these up, that I might try to make this, hook these together and then put some tea lights down the bottom or some berry lights. And then I have this one too. I started painting this one last year or year before, and I just haven't finished. But I'm probably gonna try to do something with that. But after I finish painting these things, um, I just figured since I have all these wood things, I need to do something with them because they're just sitting there collecting dust with the rest of my stuff. So, but anyhow, y'all have a good night, and I appreciate y'all coming. Thank you for hanging with me, Beth.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it. Got some
Y'all have a
stuff.
good afternoon. We'll see you in a little bit.
Bye, guys.
Happy scrapping.
We'll be
Bye.
at Becca's after a while. We'll be at Becca's.
Yep.